Judge, can I ask for a second so I can add people to join the?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
Well, still no gown, by the way.
I'm actually suing for no gown.
You're suing the judge?
Yes,
Yeah,
there's no gown.
I'm suing the judge.
Look how unprofessional that outfit is.
Look at this
Where's
gavel.
stenographer?
Look at this
We have a
gavel.
news
Whoa, whoa,
reporter in
whoa.
the room.
Look at this gavel.
Wow, that's a big gavel.
Mighty big gavel I have here.
You have
Yeah.
Is
a
that actually
large
named
gavel.
gavel?
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's on the jury?
Who is the jury?
Well,
Yeah.
where's the jury? We
Do we even
That's
have
up
We
to
need
you.
to?
some
You're already
unbiased, we need
Who-
unbiased people in the jury.
We
Sure,
don't even have the
put Emma up there.
stenographer.
I'm heavily biased, and I'm proud of it.
This is the least unbiased
Yeah,
jury I've ever seen.
See, we got 2 people from each side.
I feel like
No, I'm
Fallon
I think
and
I think
Kato should go
Genghis-
in there.
Genghis would actually be an amazing juror, as
Oh,
he
yeah, actually.
has not been here through most of this as well.
I'm
So he is
unbiased.
very
in the sense
unbiased
that
in
But
this.
I'll give up my place in the
I'm
jury
on
for
Caleb and
Genghis.
Boof's team, but
Genghis,
Wix
would
is
you
the
like to be
lawyer
on
for
the
the other
jury?
one, so it balances
Uh-huh.
out. Yeah.
You
Perfectly
have
balanced.
expressed your hatred for me on a regular basis.
Yeah, but I love Booth.
I have. Are we allowed to request the
I'm
replacement of
anti-homeless.
jurors?
I'm anti-homelessness.
What is your request?
Well, my understanding in the court of law when it comes to American proceedings, and I don't know how much of that carries over to turnabout, of course. But the way the Yanks do it is that they are allowed to have each lawyer is allowed one mulligan, as it were, when it comes to the jury. Say no, this person is not fit to juror for this case. And I would like to
Hey,
request
Caleb,
that for this.
Say that again.
Please make your request.
This one.
That one.
I think that's some bias right there.
Your Honor.
It's fine.
Case in point.
Can I use my jury
Order.
to undo to counter?
This is not like an
By the
Uno
way.
reverse.
I think in real court
To the
you get
court's
3.
knowledge, Emma is in fact married to opposing counsel,
Exactly, but
which
but
is a
But it's okay,
conflict
we have
of
a-
interest.
We
But
enter the courtroom. It's a
morally-
professional relationship.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not biased. I promise.
Is anyone recording?
Yes.
I am.
I am.
Okay. This is perfect for you to
Calling
know.
her down.
I mean, Your Honor, she did just assault me.
This is true.
In my
Frankly-
defense,
Frankly, we're
um,
the Honorable Lexi Mayo here. I think it's safe to say she would have been thrown out of court some time ago.
I'll be honest. I would have to agree.
I'll settle for her
Is-
being in the stands.
Well,
first.
she's not a yes sir.
Too bad she isn't here.
Special
Lexi.
person job and can't be here.
Ryan, why do you have Fortnite open right now?
I'm closing it.
This is who we have on
Juror
the
is
jury.
playing Fortnite
It was
right now.
open because it was updating, and it just opened because it just finished updating. All right.
I'd love to
Wait,
be
Ryan already does.
on the jury in
Don't
real
even
life
pretty
and just
quick
open
says
Angry
that.
Birds on my phone.
like,
Hold on, I'm being attacked by something Japanese in Clash of Clans. I'm fucked. I gotta defend my
What?
base.
what? What?
I gotta watch this attack happen. Counter attack.
That kill this guy.
Oh.
So wait, are we
You're like,
starting?
legally
Are we...
opposed.
You guys
Emma, just be unbiased, okay?
I will.
Just so true.
Biased.
Real. I hereby pronounce you unbiased. There you
Yeah.
go.
Exactly.
Shut up!
Thank you.
Alrighty.
I can hit Zach from here. Let's go.
Can we proceed with proceedings?
Yes.
Whoa.
Court is in session.
I object.
Gavel.
Your Honor, the prosecution has words to say.
Yes.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others of the jury, members of Turnabout, friends, we gather you here today to right a wrong that has been done in our community. You see, 2 innocent members of our community, people who have brought new life into this server by inviting friend after friend after friend, esteemed members to our server, have recently found themselves not on the wrong side of the law, not caught in a crime, but in fact just simply victim to the powers that be out there. people who think that they are above the law because they themselves happen to make it. But I feel that in any civilization that expects to endure for any amount of time, it is important that all of us are subject to the same rules and regulations as one another. We are here today because the defendant, Krozak, has caused irreparable harm to the defendant Boofsley's house, along with her roommate. And we bring 3 charges to the table. First of all, we charge Krozak with destruction of personal property for leveling the actively lived-in home of Boofsley and Civilian, for breaking and entering, because as a landlord, you are required to give notice to the people, to your rentees before entering their home, and you did no such thing. And third of all, for assault. You see, the defendant broke my client's ribs.
Gasp.
I yield the floor.
Defendant?
Mr. Judge, I would like to make a statement on behalf of me and my client.
Yes?
Okay, people of Turnabout, these claims that have just been placed in front of you, they are based on nothing. Based on lies, based on insubstantial evidence. And today, during this proceeding, we will be tearing apart every claim that is being placed against my innocent client, Krozak. Ooh. And yeah, so bring it on.
I don't think bring it on.
Can the prosecution move forward?
Yes, the prosecution may move forward.
That's
Your Honor, I think it only right to begin with bringing to the stand my client, Madison Boofsley.
Yes. Please approach the stand.
Please, thank you, thank
It'll be
you.
all right. If only we had a bailiff.
I've already
There's
got a
spo-
bailiff.
There's supposed to be someone here for this kind of thing.
Gun from Siege.
I can take it from here.
All right, just be careful. Miss Madison Boofsley, you are generally regarded as one of the most esteemed non-staff players of Turnabout. You have done nothing but good for this server, given it your all. In fact, recently receiving a shout out in the Notices channel for everything that you've done for the server. And yet, it's been brought to my attention, as you sought my counsel, that you have been trampled upon by the very people who claim that you are loved here. How can you explain to me in your own words what happened? How does this come to pass?
Thank you for the chance to tell my story. Back in August of 2024, halfway in August, my friends and I, we had sought a new home due to the uninhabitable conditions of our previous home, and we sought out Turnabout, and we were greeted by the lovely people of this here nation, #Turnabout, with open arms. We believed that this was a place that we could grow, we could start families. And I settled down with my roommate. We've been living off the streets, new server, we need to find a new place. A new place had opened up just south of Swan. And we settled down, we moved in all of our belongings, we established residency. Until one day we came back on into the cold, crisp fall air with no roof over our head, no walls surrounding us, and all of our belongings boxed up very neatly. I will applaud. But nonetheless, we were evicted wrongfully by that man sitting in the corner over there.
That is absolutely disgusting to hear. If you'll allow me to trouble you for a couple of questions, it's important that everyone understands. Was it in fact made clear by the defendant on multiple occasions the intention to destroy your home?
Yes.
Do you
But
believe
he never gave us legal documentation that he was going to.
Do you believe that he in fact knew that you were residing there at the time?
Yes.
And why is that?
We had a mailbox.
They had a mailbox. It was posted outside, clear for all to see. And, in fact, if you will allow me to present the first piece of evidence for the case, I have created a thread in the events channel. If you'll direct your attention to there, this screenshot is of the materials of the torn down residence, and you can see clearly contained in here is the mailbox that stood outside this place of residence. Therefore, making it clear that the person who tore down this home was aware that it was in fact an actively lived in home. The mailbox had contents which are there just below the mailbox. The honeycomb, the phantom membranes. I believe there's a bit of meat in there that's gone missing. Though of course I don't have the documentation to prove that. It's my hearsay. No further questions at this time.
Thank you.
May I question
Would
witness
yes,
before they leave
please.
stand? Or not the witness, the accusatory individual.
Oh, the
Okay,
plaintiff.
The plaintiff.
the plaintiff. Yeah, that's pretty plain.
Oh,
Okay,
objection.
my first question
Rude.
for you on this day. And what about it? My first question
Order.
on this day. Apologies. My first question on this day. You claim that you moved into this place. However, I question, were you allowed to move into this place? What prompted you to take up residence in this build? Did you make this home yourself?
I did not make this home myself. However, there were no signs stating that me and my roommate and our family could not live. Oh. Your Honor, I think the defendant has left.
He had a stroke in the middle of court.
No! Do we have a
Is it
medic?
Doctor?
Do we
If
have a
only-
medic?
If only we had a bailiff to carry him to medical aid.
He's fucking dead.
Medic!
Can I request a recess until the lawyer returns?
He's fucking dead.
Your Honor, as a close colleague of the defense lawyer, it happens. He's fine.
Thank you.
It
Yes.
happened.
It's a medical condition. There's no
Insta-stroke.
cure. He'll be okay. He'll be all right. But he needs to pass out for a few moments. He'll be back shortly. I hope it's not too much of a disruption for the court.
I think we will go to a short recess until he is back and healthy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Fucking died.
Can't believe he had a stroke in the middle of court.
Trust me, do not eat the popcorn.
So,
Is
okay.
that what it'll
Oh, we gotta,
do to you?
Don't
we gotta
do it.
find who
Sorry,
fucking
again,
Don't do it.
There's popcorn? Where?
Nowhere.
Much more
Don't do it, please. For your own sake.
Oh, I've eaten a lot
That's
of
the
popcorn
next
in my time.
lawsuit. The suit against
Wow.
the popcorn in this damn courtroom.
I used to live off popcorn. That's rough.
Very interesting stuff.
This guy has a gun.
No.
Who
I watched him pull out a gun.
Snake.
Snake, you may need to be removed from the courtroom. First, impersonating a judge, and now weaponry. When the sign strictly says no weaponry in the courtroom.
Counterpoint, I'm illiterate.
That does not hold up in the court of law.
Your Honor,
I plead
this
insanity.
would stop me if I could read.
Do you have that in Braille?
But are you blind or illiterate?
Both.
No.
What if we do pictures?
Some would argue that if you can read Braille, you're not illiterate.
Well,
Your Honor, show me
some
the
would be
charades.
dumb.
Snake, I
Someone
request
be
that you
stinky.
please remove all of your weaponry during this recess.
Hold on. Oh my
You're just
goodness!
full of weapons.
Oh my god! I've been robbed.
Well, she was already
I'd like
armed,
to
so
see-
we produced
Can
more
you
armed
Can you
people.
hold this for me?
Yeah.
Can you hold this for me?
Yeah, I got you.
It's a decapitated head.
I
What
can
kind of a
read
man
now,
is the
guys. It's a,
defendant?
it's a miracle.
Yeah, but thank you, Snake. The news welcomes your pulling out a weapon in court.
He also shot a guy today.
I did no such thing. That was Ryan.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Currently, there's no evidence of that happening.
Your Honor, I move that should the defense lawyer not arrive in a timely manner, so as to not waste the time of the court, the defendant should be required, in the event of the failure of his own lawyer refusing to represent him, to
I could
represent
be the
himself.
lawyer.
for lack of
I
would
only
agree.
represent myself if Wix does not return soon enough.
I could be a lawyer.
No, you can't.
No, please God.
I could.
I'm better off alone.
Excuse you. You
You know
know.
what?
You're on
know
the
what, Zach?
jury.
Zach, you know what?
No.
Yeah.
Careful what you say, Zach. I'm on the jury. All right.
I believe
I'm
in the
sorry.
education system.
You both make great lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Good, you won't make me one.
Wait, promise?
Did Wix like actually die? Like what happened?
Wix,
He's not responding to my messages.
Wix
see-
is gone.
He's
His
Australian.
internet might have went out. Yeah.
Your Honor, I am willing to defend myself until Wix returns.
I would not recommend that personally.
Oh, thank you. I
If
was-
the defendant is willing to represent themselves, we may proceed accordingly.
What the fuck?
The prosecution agrees.
Is that a clown trick? The fuck?
What the fuck was that?
You're really going really fast.
I think the plaintiff is running away.
Oh, they're going up.
I believe you were cross-examining the witness.
Oh, yes, of course. I apologize for my outfit today.
The dry
Don't
cleaning
laugh
there
at
is on
me.
the wrong thing.
Sorry.
I understand that you took residence in this rock. However, I do not believe either of us signed any paperwork, me exchanging the rock that I own to you. There was no renter's agreement at any point.
You're correct. There was no renter's agreement. However, are you claiming that you made that rock? I was under the impression that it was a naturally generated from the sky structure.
The rock is property of the mod team and Turnabout Community Center. It was made. I need my lawyer.
I got you. I got
Alright,
you.
alright.
30
No,
seconds for
no,
those of you
no.
counting.
30 seconds until I take.
I have no more questions at this time.
No,
No.
Zach, do not give this up.
I have no more
Weird words.
questions for that witness at this time.
I can sub in.
Can I please get an
That's the
escort?
jury!
Yeah, you would sub, wouldn't you?
You're the
He's my
jury.
husband. I can step in for my husband.
Is there a nurse?
I got
I'd like
this.
an
I am
escort
perfectly
back
capable.
to my seat. No.
He
a
left me a
nurse.
book in case of this happening.
Are you
Yeah,
are you a
you-
qualified medical
I've been
personnel?
to
we lost my
hospitals.
I've been to hospitals.
No, another one died.
Thank you, miss.
Oh yeah, Yuki is quite trained.
Yeah, she graduated. You've just been to a hospital one time.
Hospitals. Okay.
It's good enough.
I'm sorry.
I am hospital.
Thank you. Oh,
All right, is there another witness that would
oh.
like to be called?
Are we proceeding? Because yes, but also I need to put something in the court channel real quick. This is extremely important, Your Honor.
Yes. Wait, where is it going? Sorry. In the court channel?
The quotes channel. Sorry, unrelated
Oh,
to
the
the case.
quotes
I'm dealing
channel.
with personal.
Oh, thank
he's
God.
back! Oh, thank God!
Oh my god, he's back.
I think he missed
Oh
a
my
section.
God.
Oh my
What
god!
the hell?
Welcome back.
Did you
Are
die?
you well? Are you well? Are
Literally
you all
died.
right? You had a
Someone
stroke.
sabotaged
You
my
had a
phone.
stroke in the middle of the session.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
All the coffee I took beforehand.
Do we
must
have the
have
nurse
hurt my
again?
breast.
Do we have a? Do we
Wix,
have
I did great without you.
Do we have
You
a
did not.
registered nurse in the audience?
Do we? Do we have a stenographer that can bring him up to speed on what happened while he was gone, or are we just gonna
Our
proceed?
stenographer
Please
is busy.
Whoa, he's
but,
back.
No,
I
it's off the record.
He's not fucking deceased.
What did I miss?
While you were
Zach
gone,
tried to defend
your
himself.
client denounced you as his lawyer
What?
and chose
No,
to
I said I
represent
would
himself.
take over until you returned.
Oh no! We're cooked.
Yeah,
And then
He confessed to
proceeded to-
creeping spawn.
And
Oh,
then
no.
cross-examined the witness
What the hell?
You left me
With-
alone. I had to make do.
and admitted to
This is
the
why we can't
meteor
leave you alone.
being a non-naturally generated structure.
Yes. You're giving
This is-
much news content.
This is a lot to take in right now, Kurt. You know, I thought we talked about this one. we had a whole debriefing of what we're not supposed to say, and but like it's okay. We can recover from this position.
Excuse me, Mr. Bedwars.
Yes. You can call me by my first name, Gamer Boy.
Mr. Gamer Boy Bedwars.
Yes.
I would just you guys can keep talking. We're having a conversation. Please
Meeting.
look away.
Oh,
Look
The
God.
away.
conversation seems to be quite loud.
I said that. I made the meteor.
Oh no! What does that even mean?
I built it.
There's no box.
Okay. That's
I
okay.
threw
We
it at
can release
shopping
that
district
information.
because I was bored.
You threw it at shopping.
Hoping to
Order!
Your Honor, may the
My bad,
prosecution
guy.
move
My bad.
forward.
I got a little bored.
Oh God.
Where's
That's on me.
the bailiff? We need to have this man removed from court.
Who's playing Clash of Clans in the courtroom?
It's actually Clash Royale. Thanks.
Same shit, different toilet.
You don't even
Doesn't
know
matter.
your fucking. You don't even know your intros, bro. Get out.
It's the same intro for both.
Mm.
Actually, no, it's not.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay, well,
it's
in-
same
I
starting.
think the bailiff is sick.
Or injured.
What is all this new shit, bro? What the-
Bro, what is wrong with this courthouse? Is there like asbestos on the roof? Is there like radon in here? Like, what's going on? Am I safe?
There's a reason Nick didn't show up
Well,
Yeah.
something in the air.
today. May the prosecution move forward.
It's love. It's
Yes,
love in the air.
please.
The prosecution would like to examine and reference Sam Chinook incest turnabout.
Excuse me?
Examine and
Please,
insist in the same
come to the
sentence.
stand.
It's wild.
That's not my name.
Sam IT.
That's not my name.
Turn
Your
it
Honor.
The command
They
respect
don't have
for
a
me.
witness.
Your Honor, I require
Samantha Turnabout,
this woman,
may you please
this one,
approach
please.
the stand?
Now, thank you for your time. I appreciate your cooperation. I'd like to ask a few establishing questions. Is it true that 2 days ago, you were at Spawn with me and my client, and we had a conversation that it was not really intended to be related to the case, but did ultimately turn to a little bit of discussion about this case today?
Yes.
And in this conversation, did you or did you not claim that you yourself were the one who broke the blocks that made up my client's home?
No.
No, really.
No.
Then I would be enthusiastic to learn what was that conversation about, because it seems we remember it differently.
That conversation was about another person breaking the blocks.
And who was that person?
That was not the person you think it was.
And who was that person? Because it seems that you
Hurricane
hold that
Zane.
information. Hurricane Zane. And why, to the best of your knowledge, of course, you are not Zane, and unfortunately he is not here with us today. Why, to the best of your knowledge, did Hurricane Zane do that?
Well, Zane has claimed that he never really liked the meteor or rock being there. Since it was put there, he always wanted it torn down, even said before Boofsley had a home there that he was going to tear it down within 3 days of it being built. He
Mhm.
never claimed to like it, and he was the one that ultimately destroyed it.
I see. I will remind you that it is a crime to perjure yourself in the court of law.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have screenshots that
No.
prove that it was him as well, if you would like those.
I believe that, and I agree. In fact, I will corroborate that Zane has expressed a desire to destroy the rock, and I would not even be surprised were he the one that swung the pickaxe that deleted the blocks that made up my client's home. However, it has been stated multiple times by the defendant, Krozak, if I can...
Objection, implication.
Your Honor, what does that mean?
The prosecution
I
is
don't-
trying to forge links.
I don't think it means anything. I think you can
Definitely
continue.
means something.
Leading the witness?
Google my beloved.
Yes,
Yeah, it would be leading.
they are leading. The prosecution is leading the witness into providing incriminating evidence against Prozac, which is untrue.
I said I would provide screenshots of Hurricane Zane destroying the meteor.
I would love to see these.
These are backed by something that only owners and or mods can access, so you know they cannot be forged.
Certainly that is not accurate to the validity of how the mod works, but carry on.
Let me grab... Where the fuck is the chat? Whoops. Where is the chat?
We're in a professional environment here.
Oh, it's down. Okay. Let me grab them. In the screenshots, you can see that 12 days ago, Zane was picking up the blocks that he destroyed from said meteor, or rock, whichever one you want to call it, and adding the materials, including some items that were in the house, to the chest.
I see. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not disputing that Zane is the one who broke the blocks. Though I do note that your claim that these cannot be forged is objectively untrue. As somebody familiar with this sort of plugin, I think, or mod, as it were, in this case, it is in fact rather trivial to change these. And as somebody who is in such a position to do so, I think it's a little bit telling that you're so confident to share with us that it cannot be adjusted. You see, these are stored in a database which can easily be edited as a plain text file, or in a myriad of other ways, such as player impersonation mods and so on and so forth.
Okay, so do you think I have the capability of knowing how to do that? Because you are severely overestimating me right now.
I don't know, and neither does anybody else here today. So unfortunately, that piece of information is one that I recommend the court throw out. Is what I'm trying to get at here. I recommend the jury does not consider the editability of those files. That being said, I in sort of a conjunction with the evidence you presented, do you dispute that Hurricane Zane is someone who's been known to be in close cahoots with? Sorry, pardon my slang. Cahoots is slang, by the way.
Thank you.
In close
Thank you for the
cahoots
clarification.
with the defendant.
In close? No. I wouldn't say they were very close. He actually lived with Arsenic for a bit, but then Arsenic kicked him out.
Yeah.
Because Zane is actually homeless. He could have taken the meteor for himself, but he just really hated it and wanted to be gone.
It's hard for me to imagine a world where a homeless person, without any exterior motivation, makes somebody else homeless as well. I feel that it's tough to believe that it was just on a whim, really. But neither here nor there, I suppose. No further questions.
Defendant, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
I would indeed like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination done. The evidence is valid.
Didn't die.
Ooh. Your Honor, can I call a previous witness to the stand once again?
Yes, you may.
May I call the defendant, the prosecution briefly...
The plaintiff.
The plaintiff.
Nurse.
Yes.
Nurse.
The jury does have a point. This is a bit cruel towards my client.
Well,
in the
die.
court of
The-
law,
the-
if you did not make preparations,
the defendant
this
lawyer
case-
did have a stroke
We-
during the previous examination, so I will make an exception this one time.
I plead wop
Very
wop.
well.
also wheelchairs are available outside.
They removed the wheelchairs for the popcorn stand.
And who removed those wheelchairs? I may ask.
Play the best.
Okay, unrelated. Okay. I would like to lead with my first question that I was going to ask beforehand, before I fell into ill health. I wish to ask you, the plaintiff, what were the circumstances that you came to live in such an abode?
I've spent my time on the server having to make do with nature. Whether it be living in a forest or in rocks, I have yet to live in a real home until I lived in that meteor.
Would you say a meteor is a type of rock?
No.
Interesting. Clearly the plaintiff has received very major head injuries. However, I shall move on to my next question. Okay, so you claim that this meteor is the first home you have made place in. The first real home that is not nature or a rock.
That is correct.
How would you define a home? What constitutes a home, usually?
A front door, a mailbox.
Would you say that a bed is important for a home?
Well, given the circumstances of my living conditions, I'd say that they might be lower than yours. My standards don't require a bed.
Interesting. Would your roommate say the same?
I cannot speak for my roommate under oath.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Hello, what?
What is
Yeah,
going
you
on
tell him.
here?
He's on live right now.
Is the
Sorry,
defendant lawyer,
my brain is still running slowly due to my illness.
After the stroke, of course.
Yeah, after the stroke, I take a very long time to think here. You've got to account for my disability in the courtroom.
Your Honor, armor and weapons.
Yes, please.
No, that's
Ethan,
Eddie
Eddie Man Minecraft. Please.
I confuse the two often.
Thank you.
That's
Okay.
not an enchantment glint, that's just him.
Regardless of what you would call a home or not, are you under the assumption that who sold you the rights to live in that home?
God.
Would you say that the purchasing of this home falls under God's jurisdiction? Because my client who built the home would certainly not. Because in our eyes, it would seem that you were trespassing upon his property.
Where, if I
Did
may
you
ask,
obtain permission from the rightful homeowners or you moved in to this place of residence?
squatters' rights! Sorry.
So you
Please
admit
do
that you
not
are
hit-
indeed a squatter.
Sorry.
Please do not hit the defendant lawyer.
I thought that
As
one was
I-
broken. Are you
Super.
admitting under oath that you are indeed a squatter?
Yes.
I rest my case against the defendant. No. What?
Oh, the
I will end my questioning of the
He's done.
Of the plaintiff.
of the plaintiff.
Can I please get a nurse escort?
For now.
Thank you, you were too kind. You're licensed in this nation, right?
Don't ask questions.
Your Honor, I would like to ask to the stand, because the defendant didn't seem it worth the while to ensure the facts are correct. I would like to bring to the stand my client's roommate, Caleb Minecraft.
Yes, please approach.
It's not a conflict of interest.
Who will be cross-examining?
Thank you. Hello, Caleb Minecraft. Thank you for taking the stand. Now, I would like to refer just briefly to a statement made by the defendant just a moment ago, asking whether or not you feel as well that a bed is necessary to constitute a house. Do you or do you not feel that way? Can you explain why? Yes, of course. I would love to. As I have stated, not just recently, but for years at this point, and I think the defense attorney himself actually can validate this. I myself am a big fan of phantoms, the mob added to the game that interacts with the sleeping system. I think I enjoy them. I enjoy slow falling. I enjoy phantom membranes as a way of repairing elytra, and as such, I personally do not find a bed as a requirement or even of particular importance for any reason beyond decoration. No further questions.
Your Honor, may I continue to question this witness?
You may.
This witness. Hello, Caleb Civilian Minecraft.
Hello, Hayden.
Sir, you claim ew. So you claim under oath that you do not believe a bed constitutes a home, and that you yourself would not use one.
Those are two different questions.
Is that correct? Well, is the second part of that question correct? That you would not use a bed, and that does not constitute.
I use bed all the
Okay.
time. I
Well,
find it very
I would like to present a piece of evidence to the court. Please see these two attached images. What would you, if a bed doesn't constitute a home, how would you explain this?
You gonna send it?
It's getting there.
You're asking how I would explain this?
Yes, how do you explain this? Because to me, it seems like you were caught lying under oath, claiming that you did not use a bed and that you did not previously have a home.
I did not claim that I used a bed. I claimed that a bed is not required for a home. This is a decorational bed. If you had taken a picture of the rest of the room this bed is contained in, you would see, in fact, that it being a turnabout mess is, in fact, the aesthetic of the room. And having a bed sort of shoved into the corner where it fits is an aesthetic decision on that behalf. Furthermore, that is not a house. That is a place of work, and I have stated that to multiple citizens multiple times. Happy to go on record. That is not a home.
Not a home, you say?
Not a home.
Interesting. Very interesting. What would you define a home as? Caleb Silly Minecraft.
I would define a home as a place where you feel safe, a place where you can rest, take off your gear, and just feel like you are not under threat of mobs, of government interference, or whatever else the world assails upon you.
A place you can rest, you say?
Rest your head.
To my understanding, this home in the meteorite did not have a place to rest, as there were no bed. So can it really be classified as a home?
You're conflating rest and sleep, I think.
No.
Shit, sorry.
Whoa!
I actually brought a prop with me today, actually.
Your Honor,
this is a bed. Yes. I would like you to step off the stand and right-click this bed.
This is
Can you tell me?
highly unorthodox.
It's okay. This is allowed. Would you be able to read me what it says when you right-click that bed?
You can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms.
Step back a few blocks and then read me the same thing.
You may not rest now. The bed is too far away.
Clearly, in this society we live in the world, the constraints that we live in, bed and rest and sleep have been used to describe the same thing.
One moment.
What?
Your Honor, objection.
Sustained.
The defense attorney is conflating correlation and causation. Just because a bed being nearby but out of reach prevents rest does not mean that a bed is required for rest. This is a conclusion that he is reaching without sufficient evidence.
Do you have a counter argument for how one would rest in this world we live in?
I think the witness did it quite well. You can see him up there, kind of wringing his hands. He's quite nervous at the way he's being aggressed towards right now. I think that rest and sleep are not the same. I think that it is. Do you not?
Where's the evidence?
Do you not feel at rest here in this courtroom? Nobody's wearing armor.
No.
Even though that we know there are weapons here, nobody's been harmed. Everyone is safe.
Objection. The
I was resting.
prosecution
We
is
were
reaching.
resting. Your Honor, I
He took
cannot
his
prove
armor
negative.
off
Coming to you.
before-
Unfalse
The
conclusions.
defendant's
The bailiff
line...
will log on if you do not strip.
Shit. Might have to...
The defendant's line of questioning is sustained and can proceed.
Very well. Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, as we have determined, beds are conflated with both rest and sleep. And as there is a bed, one may claim it as decorational.
Sorry.
Oh my god,
So
what
sorry.
the heck? Get off of me. Do
I've not
touch me
been
in
one
the
of these
court of
places.
law.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait till
Please,
after.
I've been on the streets for so long.
What?
I'm just so nervous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misclicked. I'm sorry.
Order!
Hmm.
No
As there
kissing
is
in
no-
court.
I would like to say, as there is no way to prove whether or not the meaning, the purpose of that bed in the oil rig is to rest, or no, is to be for decorational purpose or utility. We can only assume that your place of work is also a home of yours. Therefore, having a home means you cannot have been homeless. And as such, we would like to countersue both you and Madison Boofsley for defamation against our client for claiming that they have evicted you and made you homeless, as you have not been. And wait. But wait, there's more. This applies to the both of you, as Boofsley has also been determined to have a home under the same reasoning, as seen in these damning pictures. And I have no further questions.
I
What's
don't
that?
know. I don't really know how
You gotta
these
stop
places work.
talking.
How did I get over here?
Can I sit back down? I'm afraid.
You may.
Thank you.
Guy.
For the court, I would also like to remind everyone of the 8-hour OSHA mandate for rest and or sleep.
Is OSHA canon?
I think OSHA's on an oil rig it is.
Holy crap.
The 8 hours of mandated rest required in a 24-hour period of work. I'm just letting everyone know.
So the conclusion, of course, would be that one can rest at a place of work without it being a home.
Yes,
is what I'm
that is. I wasn't going to say that because you have to draw your own conclusion here, but yes.
Well, you're the judge.
I'm not trying to influence the jury. I can't influence the jury. That's your job.
Okay.
That's your job.
All right. Understood.
I would like to call a witness to the stand. And by
Yes,
a witness, I mean
please.
the defendant.
Please approach the stand.
He's showing off. He's showing off after he broke my ribs.
Okay. I have a few questions for you, Mr. Krozak.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. Firstly, do you confirm that you indeed built the meteorite? Officially?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you or did you not give permission for Civilian and Boofsley to live inside the meteorite as the
no.
property owner?
No.
So it is
It
determined
is also
that they are
not
squatters.
I would like to say it's not technically my property, it's more of the government's. As it
Well,
was
as a
used-
member of the government, it
Oh, yes, of course.
yeah, as a member of the government, the two can be conflated. Clearly, that would be immature to make a play at that statement. obviously, and we're all adults here, including the prosecution, who would never do that.
Actually, I'm 17.
Irrelevant.
Are you irrelevanting your own argument?
No. Okay, I have another question. As a member of the government and someone who is, would you say you are very familiar with the rules under which we all abide, or we all should be abiding?
Seeing as how I wrote them, I would say I'm pretty familiar with them.
Objection. These rules have not been exclusively written by him. My client had a hand in them herself, as well as old man.
No, fuck.
Objection.
The opposite of sustained.
This witness is unreliable.
I do not agree in the validity of the witness of your questioning the validity of the witness, but Wix's line of questioning has been denied.
Thank you.
Unrelated question. That is unrelated. This is not really a question. This is more of a statement. In the rules, which we are all so familiar with, obviously, and we all live by and follow. I guess this is still a question. Witness, can you agree that as a citizen, not regardless of if you wrote the rules or not, would you say that there is a rule that means you cannot have a house within 500 blocks of spawn? Is that a rule that is in the rules? Now, the people of the case brought against my client here, the prosecution is claiming that they were kicked out unlawfully from their residence within 500 blocks of spawn. They cannot earn property legally within 500 blocks of spawn. My client, regardless of whether he did take down the meteorite or not, which, as evidence has been presented, it is to be assumed that he didn't, regardless of if he had any influence in the meteorite taken down, it would be perfectly within his rights as a member of government to ask these two rule breakers that are on the prosecution right now to vacate their, in quotations, premises. So clearly, my client is not in the wrong here. I have no further questions.
I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Please approach.
Mr. Zach _
Yeah. Hi.
Is it or is it not accurate that originally, after the construction of the meteorite, the construction or landing as it so be, as we believed at the time, did you or did you not imply that it was just a natural occurrence? Because as the rest of us have pretty clearly demonstrated, and from your lawyer's reaction after it was spilled from you earlier, it certainly seemed to me like everyone was under the impression that it was not, in fact, your property to begin with.
What was the question again?
Did you imply to the community that it was not yours? That it was natural, even?
Yeah, sure. I guess you could say that.
Okay. Then what gives you the right to destroy it?
It was on government property, and it was made clear that it was not a permanent feature.
Then what was it?
A rock.
Well, in the rules, it is pretty clear that a structure in spawn can be either a house or it can be a shop. Those are the two definitions of anything set forth in the rules. So which is it?
Well, I'm gonna hit you with them. What would you consider the spawn building? That's not a house or a shop. What's the community center? What's the town hall? Those aren't houses or shops.
Well, as somebody who cannot speak to what I had before I was here, my assumption has been they were there before the rules, as I suspect many people here would assume.
No, they were there after most of the rules have been written, especially community center.
So what you're saying is that you've broken the rules twice.
No.
No?
No.
I mean, it seems an awful
Objection.
lot. Like this is two structures.
It states that bases and farms are not allowed within.
Are you Civilian Minecraft. Is the prosecution implying that my client had any influence over a natural event such as a meteorite falling, an object beyond which mankind can comprehend? Are you implying that my poor little goofy client up there was capable of doing such things? No, clearly not.
Your Honor, I think I might be confused. Am I on the stand
Order.
right now?
Wix, you're out of line. Your client has already admitted to creating the meteor. Your objection is not valid. Please continue.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, do you think that the meteor, as it was a meteor, not a home at the time, do you believe that it was a good build?
Oh no.
No. Would you agree with the description that it was a blight upon the land?
No.
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 Then again, what was it? You built it.
It was a rock. I don't know what more to add to it. It was
Just
a rock.
there. Just taking up
built
space.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Now I can't help but notice, as I've perused the rules and announcements channels in preparation for this case, the map that wants to find the borders of shopping district and such are mysteriously missing. However, that rock, to my memory, and I would be happy to be corrected if somebody has this map, was within the shopping district border, therefore taking up space, wasting land. My client and her roommate took this blight upon the land and recycled it. And yes, that very well may not have been in accordance with the rules strictly. However, I think it is important to note that it was an improvement upon what was there previously. I think it's important to say as well that since we are bringing up Krozak's involvement in the government, his position as a government official, that the government has willfully and regularly made it a point to not... What the hell? Oopsie, too.
Objection,
Has
false
made it a
information.
Sustained.
I have just received an anonymous tip-off that the information that is being provided by the prosecution right now is incorrect. The meteorite was indeed not in shopping district land, but it was in spawn territory, which fall under different rules. Therefore, this line of reasoning is questionable at best.
Could I please be presented with this new information?
I will send a fax through as soon
I
as
know
I
he's
can.
trying to find it, but I like the idea that he's just like stood there dumbstruck.
It's just, it's the stroke. It's hit him real hard.
Mr. Gamerboy Bedwars.
Yes, of course, of course.
Please. Your Honor, may I speak to my lawyer for just 1 second?
I've sent the paper through to your office.
You didn't say no. Okay. Anyways, base. It's not a base. It's a home.
It's true.
I will have to stop the line of questioning then. A trusted source does confirm that it was not in shopping district land, it was in spawn land.
I feel that it is reasonable for the jury, for the witnesses, and for the court to know what the source is. Is the map brought forth?
The map has not been shown, but it is a trusted source. Does this trusted source have the map that was once previously displayed for the server?
I think the trusted source probably does.
The trusted source is looking for it.
I have been, while we're waiting on this information, I do think it is important information that my clients brought forth to me that I overlooked. And honestly, thank you to Madison Boopsley Homelessness for bringing this forth to me. The rules state bases are not allowed within 500 blocks of spawn, not homes. I just felt that it would be important for the jury to know that.
I have told
You are
people they
heard.
would have to move out of their shops because there was beds and chests in them. Homes and bases are one and the same.
Oh,
in the eyes
so
of
you
the
say
government.
that beds are critically important to making something a home, to making something a base. Because that's an awful lot like what it sounds like to me. And furthermore, you admit you have given notice to other people who have done the crimes that we are accused of doing.
I didn't give them notice.
That's what you said. That's what you said in front of the jury, in front of the judge, and in front of God. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Would you like to cross-examine the witness?
This is witness in the first place.
I have no questions for the witness. However, I would like to point out that regardless of whether... Oh wait, what the heck? Regardless of whether... Sorry,
Mitosis!
Can you please step away from my client? Please stop tampering with my client.
Hey, what's up?
Bailiff, can we...
He's my emotional support.
Bailiff.
No, it's been a stressful... This is my emotional support. You have no right to touch him.
Sorry, Claire, you do not get emotional support in the courtroom. And we went over that.
Emotional support animals are banned.
Get him, Bailiff.
I would like to state that the prosecution here has provided... They have come to two counterintuitive conclusions that contradict each other. The first one is that they are claiming my client has made them homeless by kicking them out of a home. And then they have also made the argument that it was never a home to begin with. So I asked the prosecution, which story are you going with?
Your Honor, I'd like to make a note before I respond to that, is that just a moment ago, this witness, Sam Chinook, Turnabout, made the statement that made strong insinuations, and I believe the statement that Krozak was not involved in the tearing down of the structure, which we'll define shortly, outside of Spawn. However, moments ago, when H.G. Wex was questioning the witness, he made it a great point to state that he was within his rights to tear down the home. These seem an awful lot like conflicting pieces of information. Anyway, as I was saying, in regards to the difference between a home and a base, I think that what I am trying to indicate to the jury and to the courtroom is that the defense itself is bending the rules, bending the phrasing, and whatever is necessary to make it seem like they are in the right. Whatever it is, and I use the word home, is actually what I've been using consistently through this case. However, it was just established to me that a base is what's not allowed. I don't see what the discrepancy is.
So are you now claiming that you did indeed have a home within Spawn territory?
A home, not a base. Home is the vernacular that has been used throughout the case. I encourage the tapes to be reviewed if you feel like that is not the case.
No, that's noted. However, I would like to state that both a home and a base are very synonymous terms, and I think drawing attention to this minute detail is irrelevant, as I asked the jury, because ultimately they are the ones coming to a decision on this. Is the distinction between a home and a base really necessary? Is this the best argument that the prosecution has? Is this the best that they can come up with? No comment.
In reaction to this, if I may, I would like to bring up the recent introduction of Rarville, which states that, let me bring this up. Houses are allowed in Rarville, and in the very same line, bases are not allowed within Spawn. This is a fluctuation in terminology in the rules written by the government itself that is trying to rip away the home that we lived in once upon a time.
Rarville is separate from Spawn.
Please do not speak out of turn.
And yet, if you look at the Rules Info channel, the information about Rarville is under the Spawn heading, right there. The line I was referring to, in fact. I think the distinction has been made clear by the staff team. And I think that to imply otherwise is the bending of words knowingly to distort the truth. In front of the jury, in front of the court, in front of the judge, in front of God. Mostly the first three.
Also, Crow, I don't think you're being examined anymore. You can go back.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to be up there anymore.
Wait, Judge Blue Susan, can I confer with you for a moment?
Yes?
Okay.
It's a
What is the
recess.
proceeding to question the prosecution?
What do you mean?
How do I do that?
You get to.
I want to question the validity of their arguments.
Just call them to the stand.
Prosecution, Caleb Civilian. Not the homeless one. May you come to the stand.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm very familiar with courtrooms and I've been in them often. So
Indeed.
As I am the lawyer, not the client in the case, I do question. Yeah,
That's okay.
Proceed.
You're in the seat, that means you can tell no lies, because you're under oath. Sir.
Yes. That's always been true.
I must question. As the lawyer for your clients, may I question when did the events that you were suing my client over take place? What was the date of these events? When do you claim to be when do you claim that your client was made homeless?
Your Honor, information discussed between client and lawyer fall under client and lawyer confidentiality, and legally I cannot discuss anything that my client has shared with me, except as we've chosen to as part of our case.
Yes, client. Yeah, but go different question.
May I call the plaintiff to the stand instead?
Yes.
Nurse.
This is like abuse.
Yeah, this is the third
I
time.
can
This
feel
is
my
a
ribs
warning.
shifting.
This is a warning. This is an injured woman.
Thank you, nurse. I'm gonna kiss you on the lips now. Mwah.
Hey, no kissing in court.
Yeah, no kissing in court.
That's homophobic.
Madison briefly. When was the date that you were evicted from this place, that you claim to be evicted from this place by my client, Kozak? What date did this happen?
May I?
It doesn't matter too much. You can
Okay.
you can just a loose estimate.
Hold on. Well, I don't even remember. Hold on.
It doesn't matter.
Wait a second.
Thank you.
We'll refer to that later as well.
On October 22nd of 2024.
Mm-hmm. And now I ask you another question. To your understanding, when did the rule change about Rawville and the eligibility for homes to be within spawn area come into place? When did that happen, approximately?
November 25th.
Okay.
Or 4th. I don't have too lazy to check that one.
And now, to your understanding, was October 22nd before November 25th?
What year?
In the same year. 2024 on both years. On both dates. To your understanding.
Before.
No, wrong.
Oh, after. I don't know what order he said the date. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm suffering a head injury. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you can relate.
Okay. Well, it's suffering a head injury. Are you saying that the information you're providing today may be influenced by your head injury and may not all be true? Clearly, the prosecution would not put a mentally impaired plaintiff on the stand.
You put them on the stand.
Clearly, they would. We can't trust some of this information. Okay, well, anyway, regardless, it has been made apparent that the dates in which these people, if you could call them that, were evicted from the meteorite was before it was legal to have homes within the spawn area. And so I would like any points relating Rawville to the case to be considered invalid.
I would have to agree with this point.
I have no further questions for the plaintiff.
Can someone just give me popcorn so I can get out of here?
That'll hurt her legs more.
I would like to very briefly call Crow back to the stands, if I could. Really just one or two questions. I just would like to elaborate. Sorry, take your time. Confusing path, I get it. Oh, she is. I would just like to confirm one way or another, because there's been conflicting information in this court. Did you or did you not tear down the meteor?
I did not.
Interesting that you should say that, because I have here an image that I'm just going to post in the server chat, because it's important to me that everybody sees it. Is that, or is that not you, in the act of tearing down the meteor, personally?
That doesn't look like me.
No? It has your username above it.
I can't really see it that well.
Interesting.
Identity theft.
Very interesting.
That's not my skin.
No further questions.
I would like to state that regardless of whether my client did or did not take down the meteorite, the argument that these two individuals living in it in the time were illegal and had to go still stands.
Objection?
My client was justified in whatever they were doing, regardless
Objection?
of not they were
We
involved.
struck from the record mentions of Rarville. However, the distinction between houses and bases still stands. They are two different things. In fact, as elaborated by Krozak, as he said that a bed is necessary to make one, and there was no bed.
This is all
relevance.
I think relevance stands. Is there any other witness or closing arguments you would like to give to either side?
I have a closing statement.
Closing statements, please, and then the jury will confer.
The jury can go meet in the lobby.
I was gonna say, I think, do we all have to leave the jury?
Well,
There's
no,
meeting room?
we can just join a closed group and then
just
talk.
have to role play.
But if
Anyways,
like we,
anyways, I would like to just tell to the jury, our time today has been spent trying to convince you, not just you, but everyone here, every member of Turnabout who feels safe, who feels included, who feels like a member of the community. It is important to us, to me and my client and her roommate, wherever they may have gone, that everyone on a Turnabout feels that they are treated equally, that they are the same, and that they can partake in the community. However, the charge brought upon Krozak, which I feel like we have demonstrated is in fact true to the letter, that he, first of all, broke and entered. It's emphasis on the breaking after that last image. Destruction of personal property and assault. Need I remind you, he broke my client's ribs. Evidence, it came to me in a dream. I think it's important to know that this will not happen again. I brought this forth in the statement itself. The compensation that we are seeking is that the house, the structure, the meteor, whatever you would like to call it, is rebuilt the same or better as it was before. And other stuff too. Let me find an address real quick. One moment.
Lost wages.
Lost wages. That was the one. Yes, because there was a mailbox. There was a mailbox to which my client's paychecks were delivered, and they were not able to go anywhere. They were lost in the mail. My client lost thousands upon thousands of diamonds potentially.
Could you please give an approximation of the lost wages?
Like 4 diamonds.
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds. Okay.
A whole 4 diamonds lost, gone, never to be seen again. And as a homeless person, it's important that, you know, every single penny that can be deposited into our bank account makes it there. Jury, judge, your honor. Mr. Hot and Sexy, as the sign says. Don't know how that got there. It is
what
important.
happened to one of the jurors?
He died. He had a stroke.
He died.
It's been happening a lot. For a place with a weapons ban, seems awful. Seems like an awful lot of people are dying around here. It's important to me to establish this never happens again. I think we have established that a wrong has been done. We've established who it's been done by, and we've established why it's wrong. I ask you to look into your hearts, look into your minds, and look into your comprehension of the rules posted by the defendant himself to see that we are in the right here, and we seek we deserve the compensation that we seek. Thank you.
Before the defendant's closing arguments, Kahato, would you like to join the jury as a replacement juror?
Surely the defendant's gonna pick one. Surely.
Pardon?
Surely the defendant doesn't get to just spear.
Well, no. I was already ready to pick them before. Yeah.
May I make my closing statement on behalf of my client?
Yes, please.
Okay. People of the jury and of the wider Turnabout community. The heck is... Sorry, they're distracted by freak in the back there. As the prosecution have stated themselves multiple times, this whole case revolves around my client, Kozak, evicting 2 people from something in Spawn. Whether it's a base, or regardless of whether they claim it is a base, a home, or something else entirely, their claim is that Kozak has evicted them and made them homeless. However, if you examine the evidence, both the prosecution team and prosecution's witnesses have claimed... Oh no.
I understand you, mate.
Somewhat.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, you're good
Okay.
now.
I would like to say, if we examine the evidence that the prosecution has submitted, they claim that they did not have any prior residence before moving into here. And then they also claim that the meteorite was not a home, because a home would not be allowed in Spawn at the time that they were evicted.
Objection.
You see...
We said it's not a base. We said it's a home.
Oh, okay. Not a base. Sorry, not a base. Well... They claim that they did not have homes beforehand, and they... This whole case revolves around the fact that they are claiming Kozak has made them homeless. However... He claims it's not even true. I can't objectify the claim. It's fucked up. This whole case is a sham, because firstly, Kozak was just doing his job. He's a corporate wage slave working for government. He just had to do what was assigned to him. And secondly, if you did not have a home beforehand, and you did not have a home after you were evicted, and while you were in the thing, because it was not a home, then you could not have been made homeless by this man, as it was not a base. I rest my case. Oh my god.
Can you remind the jury of your countersuit?
Oh, and I would also... We are countersuing for defamation against my client for making you quote-unquote homeless. I would... Okay, wait. Closing statement. We're gonna redo this from the top. Okay.
Are we disregarding the previous closing statement?
Disregard the previous one. That
Okay.
was the mad ramblings of a man who has recently suffered a
contradicted
stroke.
himself like 3 times.
Time to strike that from the...
Strike that from the record.
Okay. Stenographer for this one?
There is no record.
Journalist.
We have a record. Brilliant. Okay, so the prosecution's whole case rests around the claim that Kozak has made them homeless. Is that correct? Well, it is correct, because that is their case.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Sorry, the blood vessels are still not opening up
He's falling
properly.
apart. We got him.
Please, I need medical assistance.
Yugi, go.
Sorry, the mental toll that the prosecution's contradictory statements have really done a number on me. All that thinking's really hurt.
The brainworm's working overtime.
The brainworm is working overtime. Okay. 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 I should be good to give my final closing statement now. Okay, so this whole case revolves around the fact that the prosecution is accusing my client of making them homeless. That is why we are here today, and that is what they are seeking compensation for. Their whole case rests upon the definition of base versus home, and I believe that the jury can decide whether or not that is valid to bring such downfall upon my client with. Is that small difference in definition, which, many would agree it's the same thing, is that really worth ruining a man's life over? Sending him into debt and possibly jail, depending on his actions after that. I do not think that the definition of base and home should be the difference between life and death. See, the rain, these are the tears my client will suffer under. Okay. So now the claims, assuming, if the conclusion is come to by the jury that base and home mean the same thing, I would like to claim and countersue the jury for defamation against my client, as he could not have made them homeless.
He's suing the jury?
No, I'm suing
folks.
the.
He just said countersuing the jury.
What a twist.
Oh no.
Countersuing the prosecution. Apologies. Strike things. Countersuing the prosecution for. Who's objecting? Countersuing the prosecution for defamation, as if base and home mean the same thing, Crow could not have made them homeless, as they claim they did not have a home before they moved in to the Rock, and they also claim that the Rock is not a base. And assuming base and home are the same thing, which is for you to decide, therefore, Crow evicting them could not have made them homeless, as they were already homeless to begin with, and such he should not be responsible for paying for their loss of income. Clearly, this case is fraudulent, and if it is determined as so, that will be our countersue. Yes. Don't do this to my boy. That's the end of the statement.
All right. Court is no longer in session. The jury will now confer, and we will return back with an answer.
I'm gonna make a group.
Nurse, please.
Wix, am I going to jail?
You're not going to jail. I'm going to kick you out of jail.
Zach, you're not gonna be able to see kids for a while.
You may go into debt. We're gonna have to
As a reliable source of the
Somebody
news,
left,
we have
Jesus.
no jail to send you to.
Yeah, we have no jail.
Okay.
Therefore you
Like the
cannot
bailiff?
go to jail.
There's still the. I don't want to go to
Just
Beaconsfield Mines
Just sit out
either.
here.
It's okay.
I need to go
all
shower.
you would do
Parks.
is go into debt, and then what happens
Is it
then is
raining
up to you.
still?
Yeah, 4 diamonds.
But
of
you're
debt
not going
is
to go
a
into
lot.
debt because their argument is invalid.
Well, there's also.
Fraudulent.
Stairs.
Fraudulent court case. It's okay. You're going to be rich. I
Just bite your ribs. Hit your head, I
By
guess.
the way,
We can countersue them.
When
for
did that
false
happen?
injury.
My desire pal. He ripped off one of my antlers.
Oh no, we didn't bring that up.
It's okay. It's okay. This is just providing
didn't
evidence
do-
for the defamation case.
I didn't.
It's not a public statement.
I didn't know she had antlers until now.
He's racist.
We didn't. Can you believe this lawyer? Can you believe this other
No.
lawyer?
What an idiot.
What an idiot! He
Gotta be
is so
racist.
He is classist. He's
Classist.
speciesist. He believes that deer species, a species he isn't even very familiar with, need a bed to sleep.
He's only in it for the paycheck, and it's pretty clear to see. I'm in it because I believe in your case. I believe that you were wrong.
I think he's in it for the fame.
He's in it for the. He's gonna be on the news one way or another. Win or lose.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
He has nothing. Like
That's why
as
he's
long as he
here.
puts on a show.
Nurse, can you
He
replace my
wins.
band-aid, please?
Okay.
Bleeding through.
an
Thank you.
enjoyable 27 pages of court notes in this book.
Oh,
That's what I was-
wonderful.
This journalist is on top of the game. I should hire him for a smear piece on
Not
somebody.
even that.
That orange person.
The
that
bailiff
orange
had to
head of a jury
remove
is
the other
terrifying.
lawyer's weapons because he drew
Really?
his trident during the
They
trial.
did. They did.
That's my husband up there.
Oh, I'm sorry for hitting on
I wouldn't be
him.
surprised if the
apologize.
defendant himself had weapons as
No,
well.
no, go on.
Okay.
I'm looking at his head right now, and I'm
Wait,
thinking
he
how
thinks it's
Tetris
blah,
blocks
blah.
go into his hair.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
playing too much Block Blast.
Block Blast is great.
Wait, can we
Here.
get a, can we
Here's
get a
some popcorn.
screenshot of it?
Block Blast.
Wait,
Oh.
wait, no.
I'll phase to the floor.
I tried to blast Block Blast into my mic,
my
but it wasn't
gosh.
picking up.
See on the ground, what would you do?
You probably should have been held in contempt. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
This looks good for our case. Alright, I can try to get a
Playing Clash
screenshot
Royale.
too.
it's fine.
I think you would be best.
What
You
are
have
you
no
talking about?
stealth man tag. I can't get rid of yours.
They're talking about whether you're going to fictional jail or not.
He's talking about how cute I am. I know that's what Ryan's talking about.
That's what he's on about.
Yeah. He doesn't
Don't
give
get
a shit
it,
about the
man.
court case. He just wants to talk about how cute I am.
Don't do it.
Nah, don't blame
Pretty
us.
easy.
Oh.
Oh, that's way off. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, those
Hey, I did
Hey,
it.
yo.
How do I escape this?
Eat a core fruit.
I have lots of
I have a
those.
shock skin ready if
Here. Here.
if all goes.
Should place that dirt first. Hey,
Whoa, hey, I made it. Thank you.
you're so welcome. I love popcorn.
Feels
I think
like
we got it.
one of the prosecutors is trying to influence the judge's reaction after the court case.
I know they're trying to manipulate the jury after. Well, I'm just sitting here like a
Yeah.
good little lad.
I don't think. I think we got in the bag. I'm not overly concerned about the outcome. I feel like any reasonable jury and a reasonable judge would rule in your favor here. Are there benches at spawn?
There's
I
no
sure don't see
benches
any.
at spawn.
I sure don't see any. Oh jeez.
I can make that happen, Wix.
That's not.
Have you
gonna
seen the
be
other
case.
homeless? If you look on top of
Just wait
the
until you
Wix
end before you
informed me.
press it.
Wix
If you look
informed me I shouldn't come into the case
down
talking
there,
about how I was just looking
you
at.
can see there's a homeless family sitting on the ridge outside of the community center. Anti-homeless architecture. They can't even lay down.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
There was a home for like
in Tennessee.
150,000. Court is not in session right now.
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Like,
the
yeah.
judges
Yeah,
might
like
agree,
I'm
you
going
know.
to bomb the
Good
court.
article.
Like I can
Yeah,
say
like
that.
I'm going to blow up all of spawn.
Yeah, to be fair, there's no bailiff to throw you out of court.
The bailiff is clearly this creature. Yeah, I'm
I
talking.
hit Wix and left.
Oh. Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
Snake, you might want to come get your items, buddy.
Come to the teeth.
How did I get that?
That's awesome.
Wait, how did I get that?
Scooby.
I have
Whose
nothing
is
to do
it?
with this.
Those are snakes. Don't look at his items.
Help
Whose pens are
me!
these?
Is someone gonna pick up the elytra?
Whose pens are
You
these?
know how hard it is to try
The
to
basement
listen to
just
just
killed
talking
someone.
when the
floor
audio's
was
all
mi-
coming
is
from over
mine.
there.
Everything
Yeah.
is mine that's on the floor. Don't look at my item names.
I
Look at my
unfortunately
item
picked up
names.
some.
They made fun of the bailiff's cousin.
I saw the item names.
Understandable, really, but
Who's
they
got my
reacted.
item?
The
items.
bailiff is justified to use lethal.
Over here.
It's in the chest.
The bailiff can do whatever they want. They're the death games.
I think that the bailiff is.
You get anything?
I got Wix. I didn't grab
No,
anything.
no, who said that?
How about your golden carrots? Do you have anything else? Oh, I do.
This trident isn't
That
mine.
guy's not even gonna wait to see the outcome of the case. I'd say you know it's set in stone.
I need an arrow.
There you go.
Yeah. You gotta look professional. As professional as you
Yeah,
can in a concert.
I am the most professional in this room.
Wait, I used to be able to
I
play in
made
the rain.
him a suit skin, and then
Your
he
leg
asked me to
works?
make a clown outfit to walk
You breathe
into, and he was
comfortably?
like, "I'm gonna."
Oh, sorry.
He's like, "I'm gonna
Honka-honks.
change. I'm gonna
Honka-honka.
He
change."
came,
And
he came into my office.
Honka,
He came
honka.
into my office today
Honka.
in a suit and tie, and he's like, "Oh wait, let me get into my professional."
Okay.
order.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, that's
order.
Arkio.
Oh.
That's Arkio. We gotta get back in there.
Oh,
Oh,
Please
now,
return.
stay
Court is
behaved.
about to be
Hurry
in
it up.
session.
You ready,
Okay,
Wix?
good, yeah.
My lawyer gave me an
Ryan.
instant health potion.
I miss
Win.
you.
It'll hold for a while.
The jury has come to a conclusion that Krozak will be paying 4 diamonds in lost wages, 5 diamonds in medical bills, and assisting Boofsley and Caleb Sibilian in relocating and finding a new home. No jail time will be administered, along with no
No jail
probation
time.
and nothing on
Wait.
permanent record. That is all.
Wix.
Man, I can flow
Wix.
with my client really quickly.
Yeah, Wix. What's up?
You good now? Yeah, we win.
I think we actually think we have to take this one. To the, we've got to settle.
It's happening. Blow the horn.
Do the dip! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Your Honor.
Oh
I'm not saying that!
no! Oh
I'm running.
Bailiff.
no! Oh
I'm running.
Fish snake Wix, we gotta go!
no! I gotta get right.
We're outside the law now!
What?
Oh my
I
word.
was on the jury.
Kangaroo
I
court.
can't die today. I can't die.
How do I
What? What an ending to court, huh?
well, at least news is.
The news is gonna be
untouched.
booming.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack up and go.
Did someone take notes?
Well, I
think
recorded
I have
it.
Wix's trident.
Your Honor.
Ah,
What the hell?
This is an outrage.
I think this is
Um,
war.
I don't know what this is law-wise. There was a murder.
I think that was terrorism.
Yeah, it actually might have been.
well, the monthly bites will have a field trip, I think.
This is new information that the court will have to figure out.
Maybe he's not guilty, actually.
Crow isn't guilty?
Well, you know, new information. You know, you gotta reconsider.
Oh, I mean, like, the gang, Crow's gang goons were the one that did the jumping.
I mean, he participated.
Exactly,
He started
and
it,
the
yeah.
and the opposing lawyer also fired shots in the courtroom.
In the courtroom. I think we need a safe room.
I think
in the courthouse.
Well,
this isn't even a Crow's only scheduled case. What does this mean for the crab case?
the crab case is going to be an all-out blood.
Oh, medicine and stuff on her. I gotta help find that.
yeah, I think the crab case is gonna. I'm gonna speak with the lawyer, but based on developments.
You're gonna let that guy have another court case here?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Okay, it is. I also
The
put
crab
some
case
light
will be
in.
delayed until there's a law enforcement in
Oh,
place.
when you say
Yes,
stuff.
no bailiff here was a
I assume
little.
the light show was Boofly two's.
There was a
Unfortunate.
bailiff!
The bailiff was AFK
Oh.
half the time and got murdered.
Yeah, okay, well, the bailiff was also just robbed.
The bad news is I have no idea where my stuff is.
So, this is a stand-in bailiff. This is the bailiff's cousin.
Yeah.
I have the fish sword.
That's Wix.
The green fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the games.
Let's say hypothetically I know where they are.
I don't know where my stuff is. I took it off. to
Oh,
respect
do
the
they
court
have
rules.
your stuff?
No, I didn't die, but I took it off to respect the rules of the court. I'm not sure where I left it. I think I left it at the Duck Games. Can I borrow Boofly 2's Elytra?
Mhm.
Oh, that works. BRB.
Spooky. Wait, it makes
Yeah.
noise.
It does. I think I left it here. Where the hell did I put my stuff?
This is a very cool build.
Yeah, Madison made the design. I did the sound and the redstone. I made this a hardcore heart. So I placed those for glass blocks. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Oh,
Oh, hey. Did you want to go somewhere?
we need to hop on. I guess that would have been an option instead of taking the elytra.
Where did you go?
I'm at the brick building. I have my chest
Oh,
plate.
I was one off.
There's a.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's just like when I had a box. There's a regular shulker box somewhere. Whoops. I want to get in here. Oh look. No. I'm going to court. Oh, who is that?
Efficient.
That was Boosly. Hello.
Where'd they
Should
go?
I don't know. I'm trying to find my stuff. There.
I've had a little look around.
Oh,
but
I
can't
remember.
find anything. Oh.
Put it in the archives.
Ah, lawyers only. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm gonna go try and look for Wix.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd Blue go actually?
I don't know.
I need to tell him that how I got railed in Pokemon.
Unfortunate. All
Oh,
right.
I should have
Evil and
scarfed
fucked up shulker box.
Landress.
Ah, rip.
I would have won if I did.
Unfortunate.
The second I know that he's going the normal EMZ Porygon build, it's over. I can't change anything.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Unlucky.
Alright.
Eddieman?
Oh,
me.
I see.
Hey, I need my water bucket.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
have
that's fine.
water.
Does anyone have my
I have it.
tools?
I do.
I threw it all the booth.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Ah!
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.